Hello, grade 8. This is your science teacher, Uraib. Hope you're all doing good. This is a quick revision video for the final exam material. Our final exam will be held on the 3rd January 2021 at 9:05 till 9:35 a.m., which means you have 30 minutes to finish 21 questions. One of them is bonus, and each question weighs 2 points. The exam material includes 2 units. The first unit is from the human body book, and the second unit, or the second 3 lessons, from the space science book. So you have the second unit of the human body book called Human Health. You have immune system, infectious disease, nutrition, and fitness. And fitness part is not included. From the space science book, you have 2 lessons from the first unit, which is the universe. You have the first lesson, the structure of the universe and stars. And from the fourth unit, you have the second lesson of it, which is to. Previously, I shared with you some links للمادة in order to upload the highlight material and lesson review answers. So you can find the links here. Once you open your own team, بتروحوا على الجنرال طبعا، بتروحوا على التابس اللي فوق. You will find like a tab. Click on it called science link. تمام. هلا هون راح تلاقوا الروابط تبعت المادة. So we have the human health link. Once we open it, we'll find like 3 other folders. Each folder لكل لسن داخل معنا، وكمان بالنسبة بنفس الاشي للسpace science. You'll find 2 folders. One is related to the first unit and the second is the fourth unit. تمام. We will start reviewing the immune system lesson. We know what does immune system mean. Immune system is the human body defense system, which the human body can defend itself against pathogens, which are organisms, viruses, or any other particles that can make a person sick. So this defense system consists of both external defenses and internal defenses. And we know that the external defenses include tears, dead skin, hair, and so on. أما بالنسبة للinternal defenses, they are divided into 2 parts. في عندنا non-specific defense and the specific defense. And non-specific defense includes fever, inflammation, and macrophage, while this specific defense include T cells and B cells. هلا بالنسبة للمacrophage, T cells, B cells, you have to know that these 3 types are different types of white blood cells. Okay, so after that you will see here the immune response. Okay, so the immune response can be triggered with different pathogens. هاي الباثوجينز ممكن تكون viruses, bacteria, parasite, fungi, زي ما حكينا any organism that can make a person sick. تمام. يعني هون إذا هم حاطين لنا in this picture virus, that doesn't mean إنه الvirus it is the only one who triggers or turn on the immune system response. تمام. طيب بالنسبة لنا للimmunity, الimmunity it is the ability to resist or recover from infectious disease. And we know that the immunity can be acquired via 3 ways. في عنا اللي هي from a mommy to her fetus, and the second one is being exposed to a pathogen, and the third one it is vaccination. Vaccine it is a substance prepared from a killed or weakened pathogen that is introduced into the body to produce immunity. Okay, so بالنسبة للdiseases تبعت immune system طبعا أغلبها بتكون hereditary factors or genetic factors. تمام. Like allergies, cancer, immune deficiency, and autoimmune disease. And the only disease that is caused by a virus here, which is the AIDS, اللي هو acquired immune deficiency syndrome caused by the HIV virus. بالنسبة لنا ل second lesson, which is the infectious disease. Starting with the definition of disease, a disease is a particular abnormal condition that negatively affects the structure or function of all or part of an organism. Diseases can be classified into non-infectious disease and infectious diseases. In non-infectious diseases, they are the diseases that can't be spread from person to person and caused by genetic factors, by environmental factors, and by substances that cause cells to mutate, such as UV lights and X-rays. بالنسبة لنا such as non-infectious diseases such as diabetes mellitus, type 1 or type 2. We have cancer, hypertension, cardiovascular disorders, and so on. بالنسبة للinfectious diseases, هدول diseases اللي can be spread from person to person, and they are caused by different type of pathogens such as bacteria, virus, fungi, and parasite. The thing that you have to know here إنه في عنا viruses are non-cellular particles that depend on living thing to reproduce. تمام. Some diseases that can be caused by viruses such as cold and flu. في عنا coronavirus. We have HIV virus can cause AIDS and hepatitis مثلا C, hepatitis B, hepatitis A. هدول كمان can be caused by different type of viruses. I want you to know that viruses, not all viral diseases can spread through sneezing or coughing. Some of them are not spreaded in that way, such as hepatitis مثلا B and AIDS. هدول ما بنتشروا عن طريق السنيزنج or coughing. تمام. So عندنا البكتيريا، في عندنا البكتيريا بنقسمها برضو to two types. We have اللي هي beneficial bacteria and we have the harmful bacteria. beneficial bacteria اللي هي lives inside our guts or اللي هي intestine in order to digest the food that we couldn't digest before. بالنسبة للharmful bacteria can cause us sore throat مثلا tuberculosis and other diseases ودياريال كمان illness and sinus infections. هذول diseases اللي can be ايش caused by bacteria. عندنا للفنجاي طبعا برضو الفنجاي beneficial and harmful. أنا بهمني بهذا الدرس harmful can cause us athlete's foot and skin infections. تمام. We have here اللي هو parasites. Parasites برضو organisms that lives on and feeds on another organism. يعني ممكن نحكي إنه parasites والفيروس بتشابهوا بإنهم هم they depend on other living thing to إيش to reproduce. okay. بس parasite is a living thing ولكن الفيروس is not a living thing. تمام. طبعا أحد الأمراض اللي ممكن can be caused by a parasite called giardiasis. Giardiasis caused by a protist called Giardia lamblia. Giardia lamblia, it lives inside contaminated water. okay. أما بالنسبة لنا للطرق اللي هي ways of spreading diseases, we have water and food. مثلا عن طريق الwater we can get giardiasis. عن طريق الفود we can be infected with salmonella. Salmonella is a bacteria. تمام. أما بالنسبة لنا للperson to person مثلا على سبيل المثال عندنا sneezing or coughing, we can spread viral infection or bacterial infection such as sore throat and so on. بس we have AIDS and hepatitis C. هدول they need a special situation to be transmitted from person to person اللي هو during sexual contact. بالنسبة لنا للanimals and animals to people, we have here deer ticks can transmit to us Lyme disease, and we have rabies virus على سبيل المثال برضو can be spread from animal to person. Any animal that can be infected with it is infected with rabies virus can transmit the virus to us. okay. Contaminated objects نفس الشيء. Contaminated objects they may have certain pathogens. So عشان هيك احنا بنحكي we have to sanitize our hands after touching any foreign things إنه احنا مش متعودين نمسكهم. بالنسبة للways to reduce transmitting diseases, we have using masks, using gloves, hygiene, and so on. أما بالنسبة للfood, we have a way called pasteurization. It is a controlled heating of beverages or food, such as milk and cheese, to kill bacteria. How can we treat these diseases? Using طبعا certain classes of medicines such as antibiotics and antiviral, and we know that antibiotics are used to treat bacterial and fungal infection, and some fungal infection, not all fungal infection, but some of them. So antibiotics are not used to treat viral infection, are not used to treat viral infection. So some diseases that can be treated with antibiotics, such as sore throat, athlete's foot, tuberculosis, sinus infection, and some skin infection that caused by bacteria. تمام. بس بالنسبة للviral infection طبعا we can treat them by antiviral drug or by vaccines. تمام. So that's all for the infectious. أما بالنسبة لنا للفاتس طبعا الفاتس they are two types. في عنا beneficial and في عنا harmful fat. طبعا as we said we need a certain percentage from each class of nutrients. ما بدناش أكتر ولا بدناش أقل. So يعني to maintain a healthy body we have to maintain a healthy percentage of each class of these nutrients. بالنسبة لنا للفاتس they are a source of energy because they store it inside our body. تمام. يعني excess energy that we don't use they would be stored inside our fats. تمام. هلا بالنسبة لنا الفاتس مثال عليها زي مثلا الميت, dairy products, vegetable oils, butter and fish oils مثلا and so on. بالنسبة للwater, water it is 60% of our body is water, so that's enough to tell how much the water is important to us. بالنسبة للvitamins and minerals, the vitamins they are nutrients that help the body carry out specific functions. طبعا as we said the vitamins they are assistant, they help in body function, they don't do the function itself, they help in doing that certain function. على سبيل المثال they help the enzymes to carry out their function. تمام. يعني مثلا على سبيل المثال digesting enzymes, you would find vitamins around these enzymes قاعدة إيش بتعمل assisting للموضوع. تمام. بالنسبة عنا مثال على الفيتامينز عنا مثلا فيتامين A من الكارتس, مثلا عنا فيتامين C من الcitrus citrus fruits and vegetables. We have vitamin D from the sunlight and dairy products. بالنسبة لنا للminerals, طبعا minerals هم عبارة عن chemical elements that are not made by the body. They are the only type of nutrients that our body can't make. Okay, such as calcium, potassium, sodium, sulfur, and that's all. بالنسبة عنا للدايت طبعا يا جماعة الدايت, what does diet mean? Is the type and amount of food that a person eats. تمام. الدايت مش هو الرجيم زي ما هو متعارف عليه عنا. تمام. الدايت هو عبارة عن a type and amount of food that a person eats. Okay. And we said that the unit to measure the energy we take اللي هي الكالوريز. تمام. So بالنسبة لنا overweight and obesity, they are consequences of poor nutrition or over nutrition. تمام. overweight هو لما a person is heavy for his or her height and has excess stored fat, while obesity happens when a person weighs more than 20% above his or her recommended body weight and has a significant amount of excess body fat. أما بالنسبة لنا للإيتينج disorders we have اللي هو anorexia nervosa and bulimia nervosa. البوليميا nervosa is characterized by being eating followed by induced vomiting. تمام. طبعا البوليميا characterized by damaging للteeth ولا digestive system. طبعا due to إيش الforce vomiting and using some classes of medicines such as laxative and diuretics. يعني they force themselves to get rid of the food they just ate. تمام. And that's all for the nutrition and fitness. بالنسبة للسبيس science, this is the first lesson, which is the structure of the universe. طبعا the organization of the universe is the biggest thing or the massive thing. It is the universe itself. After that في عنا اللي هو galaxies. After galaxies we have the solar system. Inside the solar system we have the central star, which is the sun. It is the central star of our solar system, and we have the planets around it. تمام. So we have stars, planets, and dwarf planets, asteroids, and comets, and so on. Okay, so starting with what does universe mean? The universe is the word that scientists use to describe space and all of the energy and matter in it. تمام. So we have here a solar system. Solar system is a collection of large and small bodies that orbit our central star, which is the sun. تمام. We know that these 8 planets are classified into 2 parts. We have the terrestrial planets and the gas giant planets. The terrestrial planets, they are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. الجاز giant planet هم عبارة عن Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Okay. So we have stars. Stars is a large celestial body that is composed of gas and emits light. بالنسبة لنا الgalaxies is a large collection of stars, gas, and dust that is held together by gravity. And you have to know that galaxies are 3 types. تمام. أو 3 shapes. We have اللي هو الspiral galaxy, and the Milky Way is a spiral galaxy. تمام. We have elliptical galaxies. Elliptical galaxies يعني بتكون شكلها بيضاوي وزي الصحن, ما عندها spiral arms. We have irregular shapes. Irregular shapes بتكون they don't have a certain shape, بتكون شكلها عشوائي جدا. So irregular galaxies appear as splotchy, irregularly shaped blobs. تمام. I want you to know that irregular galaxies اللي بيميزهم إنه they are very active areas of star formation. So irregular galaxies, they are very active areas of star formation. تمام. طيب طبعا how can we measure distances in Earth اللي هي by light year. What does light year mean? Is the distance that light travels through space in 1 year. تمام. اللي هي المسافة that the light can cross within 1 year. طبعا the closest star to the Earth is the Sun, but the closest star to the Earth and Sun is a star called Proxima Centauri. تمام. Proxima Centauri is the closest star to the Sun and Earth. And that's all for the first lesson. بالنسبة لنا للsecond lesson of the space science, which is stars. طبعا stars حكينا هم عبارة عن large celestial bodies that commit light, and they are composed of gas and emits light. طبعا the sun is a star. تمام. It is composed of hydrogen and helium and other different type of gases. Okay. So sun parts, لما نيجي على مثلا نحكي التشريح تبع السن, we will find that the innermost layer of the sun called the core. بعدين بتيجي عنا ال outermost layer اللي هي we can see from Earth called the photosphere. Okay. إذن the photosphere هي عبارة عن the sun's atmosphere that we see from Earth, okay, is called. عندنا ل how is a star brightness measured. We can measure the brightness of a star using our eyes. So هذا بنسميه اللي هي ال apparent magnitude. ال apparent magnitude is the brightness of stars using just our eyes. حكينا إن هي مش كتير critical لأنها ال distance بتلعب فيها عامل كتير مهم and ممكن يكون في عندي a star that is really bright but because it is too far from Earth احنا مش عم نشوفه ضوئي. تمام. so عشان يعدلوا هذا الغلط تبع ال distance they created something called absolute magnitude. They will measure the luminosity of a star. Luminosity is the actual brightness of a star despite the distance from Earth. تمام. طبعا بالنسبة لل values, as the value gets bigger in the negative, so the brightness will be more. تمام. so مثلا على سبيل المثال ال apparent magnitude هون ال absolute magnitude -5 is the brightest star. okay, here the apparent magnitude -26 is the brightest star. تمام. يعني كل ما نزلنا بالسالب لتحت ال brightness تبعت الستار بتزيد. okay. طيب طبعا how did they measure the temperature of a star. طبعا using the colors. حكينا إنه the hottest star will be blue colored and the coolest star will be red colored. okay. how did they measure the size of a star using the solar radii. تمام. using the solar radii اللي هو نصف قطر الشمس. they could predict the size of. آخر درس عنا اللي هو technology for space exploration. طبعا we have to know that on April 12, 1961 Yuri Gagarin was or became the first human to orbit Earth. okay. هلا في عنا شو هم technologies used to explore Earth. to explore عفوا space. We have rockets, space shuttles and some other uncrewed technologies. طبعا rockets and space shuttles they are crewed. تمام. but space shuttles they are always crewed spacecrafts while rockets مش دائما بتكون crewed. crewed إنه معاها astronauts طالعين. تمام. so the space shuttles هم اللي دائما معاهم إيش؟ معاهم astronauts. طبعا هذا اللي بالصورة عندكم هذا عبارة عن space shuttle والastronauts بيكونوا قاعدين بهذا البارت من السبيس شاتل. تمام. so بالنسبة عنا لل uncrewed technologies people do use to explore space. في عنا التلسكوب في عنا السبيس probes في عنا الorbiters والlanders and rovers. تمام. هسا اللاندرز and rovers هم البارتات اللي ايش بيعملوا landing على البلانيت to study them. تمام. so الاشي اللي بيميز اللاندرز انه هم they land on a planet to study this planet. بالنسبة للساتلايتس الساتلايتس هم عبارة عن برضو اللي هم the human made object placed in orbit around a body in space in order to إيش in order to study مثلا the earth feature or to communicate and other than that. مثلا على سبيل المثال طبعا هم types. على سبيل المثال عندنا في عندنا type of satellite called remote sensing satellites. remote sensing satellites we use them to study Earth's features and to monitor changes in Earth system. تمام. في عندنا weather satellites we use them to collect weather data. okay. في عندنا كمان اللي هو communication satellites أو لا هون composite satellite we use them to provide composite images. to see which country uses electricity more. تمام. في عنا communication satellites, we use them to communicate مثلا زي الانترنت والراديو and so on, and for relaying information to distant locations on earth. على سبيل المثال هم televisions, لما إنه a person in the US is watching a channel in Jordan على سبيل المثال. So communication satellites are used to send signals between these two countries. في عنا اللي هو ال GPS satellite used to navigate and locating. تمام. navigating and locating. GPS satellite اللي هو ال Global Positioning System. And that's all.